Welcome to this video on Jesse Jackson, life, words, and impact of a civil rights icon. From segregated South Carolina streets to the world stage, Jackson's journey as a minister, orator, diplomat, and champion of justice inspired millions to keep hope alive. Chapter 1. Roots of a Movement. Every great movement begins with a story of struggle. Jesse Jackson's began in the American South, where poverty and segregation shaped the boy who would one day reshape a nation. Born in Greenville, South Carolina in 1941, Jesse Louis Burns grew up under the brutal realities of Jim Crow. Experiences like segregated schools and grinding poverty firsthand fueled his lifelong quest for equality. In Greenville's segregated neighborhoods, Jackson learned early that the American dream was not equally distributed. This difficult lesson ignited his lifelong mission for justice. Jackson showed early promise as an athlete and leader. He earned a football scholarship, became student body president at North Carolina A&T, and participated in civil rights sit-ins. He married Jacqueline Lavinia Brown in 1962. Chapter 2. Marching with Dr. King. In the crucible of the 1960s civil rights movement, a young minister from the Carolinas found his calling and his mentor, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In 1965, Jackson joined King in the Selma marches. He was soon appointed director of Operation Breadbasket. King's initiative focused on boosting Black economic power through boycotts and employment campaigns. Jackson's independent style sometimes caused friction within the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or SCLC. Despite this, he remained pivotal and was reportedly the last person to speak with Dr. King before the fatal shot in 1968. The bond forged between King and Jackson in marches, jails, and pulpits would shape the trajectory of American civil rights for generations to come. Chapter 3. Building a Movement. Operation Push and the Rainbow Coalition were two organizations born from Jackson's vision of a just and inclusive America. In 1971, Jackson founded Operation Push, People United to Serve Humanity, focusing on economic justice, workers' rights, and systemic racial inequality. Push created the organizational backbone for his Rainbow Coalition vision. The Rainbow Coalition championed a diverse, multi-ethnic democracy, registering millions of new voters. Bernie Sanders noted that no one else in the Democratic Party was talking about this vision at the time. Chapter 4. Breaking Barriers in Presidential Politics. When Jesse Jackson entered the presidential race, he redrew the map of what was possible in American democracy. Jackson's 1984 campaign was historic. He earned 3.2 million votes and registered 2 million new voters. He was the first Black candidate to win major party primaries nationwide, transforming Democratic Party dynamics. In 1988, Jackson won over a dozen state contests. His electrifying Democratic National Convention speech closed with the immortal refrain, "Keep Hope Alive." "Keep Hope Alive" became a rallying cry that transcended politics, resonating with millions and enduring through generations as a defining phrase of the American experience. Chapter 5. Global Diplomat and Moral Voice. Beyond American borders, Jackson carried his message of justice and compassion, negotiating peace where governments often stalled. Jackson successfully negotiated the release of hostages and foreign nationals in Syria in 1983 and Kuwait in 1991. He also served as a special envoy for democracy in Kenya in 1997. In 2000, President Bill Clinton awarded Jackson the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. This recognized decades of tireless civil rights leadership and humanitarian work spanning continents. Chapter 6. Words that moved a nation. For Jackson, language was a weapon, a bridge, and a beacon. His powerful oratory gave voice to the voiceless and ignited movements for change. Jackson's memorable phrases, such as "Keep Hope Alive" and "We are the Rainbow People," transformed speeches into catalysts for unity and progressive change, articulating the aspirations of marginalized Americans. Jackson used his platform to confront social ills like violence, hunger, AIDS, and systemic inequality. He challenged youth to embrace self-discipline and community responsibility, emphasizing moral courage over government programs. Whether addressing thousands or speaking one-on-one, Jesse Jackson's words carried the weight of conviction and the warmth of compassion for those who lacked a voice. Chapter 7. Challenges and Controversies. No life lived in the public eye is without shadows. Jackson's journey included deeply personal struggles that tested his resolve. Jackson navigated intense media scrutiny due to public revelations of marital infidelity and financial improprieties involving his son. He faced his failings while never abandoning his mission for justice. In 2017, Jackson revealed his battle with progressive supranuclear palsy, leading to a gradual retreat from active public life. Yet, his influence endured through the institutions he built. Chapter 8: Legacy and Lasting Impact. The measure of a leader is not in the offices held, but in the doors opened for those who follow in their footsteps. Jackson changed the American political landscape by proving Black candidates could compete and win at the highest levels. He paved the way for future leaders, including Barack Obama and Kamala Harris. He remained a steadfast advocate for poor and working-class Americans. The Rainbow Push Coalition continues his fight for equality and economic justice, insisting that a rising tide must truly lift all boats. Jackson has been honored with over 40 honorary degrees and the NAACP Spingarn Medal. He is also one of the few living persons to be honored with a U.S. postal pictorial cancellation. When he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, it was a moment of national gratitude. America acknowledged the debt it owed to a man who tirelessly fought for its highest ideals. Chapter 9. The movement continues. The torch passes, but the flame endures. Jesse Jackson's vision lives on in every march, every vote, and every voice raised for justice. Jackson's message of hope and unity remains relevant in today's social movements. Activists continue to build on his Rainbow Coalition vision, proving the multiracial democracy he championed was a prophecy. His life reminds us that meaningful change demands courage, persistence, and unwavering faith in the possibility of a better world. As he stated, "We must keep hope alive, for the struggle is not over." Thank you for watching this video. Let Jesse Jackson's legacy inspire you to take action in your communities and beyond.